Christian Horner has pinpointed what made McLaren the strongest car during the Australian Grand Prix on Sunday. Lando Norris won the race from pole position, boasting stronger pace than reigning champion Max Verstappen all weekend long. Well, thank you for watching another GPFans news video. Before we continue, if you're not subscribed already, please consider doing so by hitting the button down below. And while you're down there, hit the like button as well. It makes a big difference to us. And thank you very much in advance. Let's get back to it. McLaren locked out the front row in qualifying on Saturday in Melbourne, with Verstappen third, 3 tenths behind Oscar Piastri. The Red Bull did finish second, but only because of Piastri's spin that kept him beached for over a minute. After the race, Red Bull team principal Horner saw a characteristic of the McLaren that made all the difference. Quote, "You've got to congratulate Lando. He drove a good race today and in difficult conditions for all of the drivers. I think the McLaren, is different to everybody, yes, and what's quite strange is that they enjoy great warm-up, but also very low degradation. Usually, one comes at the expense of the other, so they, certainly at this circuit, seem to have mastered that." Lando Norris has hit out at Netflix and the Drive to Survive series, saying the storyline between himself and Max Verstappen is, quote, fabricated nonsense. In the series, Verstappen is portrayed as hugely frustrated after Norris' Miami Grand Prix win, when in fact the Dutchman went out with Norris that night to celebrate his maiden victory in Formula 1. The story of the 2024 F1 season, which is shown in the latest series of Drive to Survive, is of course the championship fight between Verstappen and Norris. Verstappen has boycotted seasons of the show in the past as he disliked how he came across in the show, and now Norris too has hit out at the story that's told about him. Quote, "They need to show the truth about people more. I'm not a fan of fake stuff. I want facts. I don't want made-up scripts and fabricated nonsense, which there is. The portrayal of Max and how we were against each other so much, they don't need to create. There's drama, they can just show the facts of the drama. They don't need to do anything more than that. They need to come back to reality a bit more, it's drifted too far away." A Netflix spokesperson has responded to these comments and defends the latest series, which came out on March 7th, although he did admit that the Miami Grand Prix narrative was, shall we say, being economical with the truth. Quote, "The stories we tell across a series of Drive to Survive are not fabricated. The narratives clearly follow real events. In order to help make Formula 1 appeal to a wider audience, we tell these stories in an entertaining and compelling way. The series is produced under incredible schedule pressure and sometimes mistakes do happen. When these are pointed out to us, as was the case this year with some footage of Max post the Miami Grand Prix, we move to correct these unintentional errors." Finally, a quick update on what we reported on this morning over the new and stricter rules around the infamous Mini DRS. Normally, breaking a technical regulation means instant disqualification from a race, like George Russell in Belgium last year. However, Automotor and Sports have now reported that any team who breaks the new technical regulation over the slot gap, so the Mini DRS, will just get a slap on the wrist. Why this is the case, we don't know, but it most likely will have something to do with the fact that the regulation has changed with barely any notice and teams need to be given time to develop new rear wings. We discussed the new regulation this morning, so check that video out for all the details on the actual rule itself. That's it for me. Don't forget to check out this morning's video if you haven't, but either way, thanks for watching and see you soon.